Punch 1 2. Mr. Punch, you're welcome. Thank you. He says, thank you for uploading SVOD. Oh, hold on. I'm vertical right now. Let me restart it real quick. Now, let me know if you prefer the vertical. Let me know. I'm not sure what's better, because if you saw the vertical thing, if you like horizontal like this, just let me know, and let me know how the audio is doing. Okay, this better. Welcoming everybody. Let me use the banyo. But before I use the restroom, let me make a background noise, because it helps. I like it. I need it. Welcoming everybody. Maybe we don't need tarot today, huh? How did you become a guru? Well, I'm not officially ordained, because I'm walking more of what we call the Bodhisattva path, where the path chooses you. But, my beginnings of helping people, it comes from the first person I helped open their heart, which is an ex-girlfriend who, I had an ex-girlfriend long distance. She basically dumped me and found another guy, and she suffered a lot. She went through a double abortion, and I could hear in her voice that she was very dark thoughts, probably about harming herself. And God told me, help her. If you feel something and you can do something about it, show her the way. I surrendered for the first time. This was about, let's just say, 7-8 years ago. I don't remember how long ago. She just did not know that happiness was in her hands. Like, happiness was her responsibility. She just blamed herself so much. And nobody was telling her, teaching her how to be responsible for her own happiness. Her mother, it's really difficult because her own mother basically disowned her. And her life was very difficult, and I was still in her life too, for a reason. Now without the blessing of being able to communicate with her, the first time I helped her successfully, I felt my chakras open, and I did not know it was my chakras opening. Imagine you let the universe use you for the first time, and you get a huge high from it. And you're like, what is that? Years later, I would meditate asking the universe, what is my purpose? What would I want my purpose to be? The feeling of helping my ex-girlfriend be free of her suffering was such a strong energy. I told God, the universe, if I could help people for the rest of my life, because the feeling of helping somebody be free of stress, negativity, worries, and pain, it's such a huge, it's a super blessing. And that's my beginnings, helping the ex-girlfriend find peace. And from there on, I began to help maybe one person a year. One person this year, the next year, maybe 2 people. So every year, it just kept doubling. In the beginning, I focused on teaching meditation because it's what was comfortable. And as I began to do the work, the universe showed me healing. And it's all faith. Imagine that if you have deep faith, this thing called the universe, it shows you everything you need to know if you believe. But many people don't believe what? That's the issue. Sometimes, to connect deeper with this thing called God or the universe or the infinite presence of love, cosmic energy, the spirit, the Holy Spirit, the Christ consciousness, nirvana, the prana, the chi, you have to take the leap of faith. But taking the leap of faith is scary. That's why it's called taking the leap of faith. If it was easy, we'd all be good. But because it's so difficult, it's very difficult. And then as I began to decide, you know what, I'm gonna be a spiritual teacher or visionary, and my parents like, what are you gonna do with your life being happy all the time? And years later, I'm still on a journey because they thought it was a phase. Many people thought, man, he's just going through a hippie phase. You know what I mean? Like many people are just saying, this is just a phase, man. But I never stopped doing the work. If you never stop doing the work, brothers and sisters, you may heal yourself so much your energy flows. When your energy doesn't flow, it's because you're still holding on to something that blocks your chakras. Guilt, shame. You can have guilt, but it doesn't block it. You just know like you had guilt in the past, but now, because if you knew better, you would have done better. And when you feel bad for your past, in the past you are ignorant. But now you have awareness, wisdom. Some of us. Some people still learning. It's okay. Wherever we are on our journey, I just want to tell you to keep going and never stop. To go all the way. In the Buddhist term, you go gate gate paragate parasangate bodhisavaha. Go beyond. If you keep going, will I ever not be learning? When we're dealing with an infinite universe, there's infinite learning. But what if I told you that there's a part of you that doesn't need to learn, that it just knows? It's called the heart. Imagine as much as Einstein knew, he realized he knew nothing compared to this infinite, vast, cosmic, present universe thingy. Stargazer says, welcoming sister Cosmic Carly. Nice to see you again. Stargazer says, that's exactly what my mom said. When you know better, you will do better. Amen, amen. Lisa Nanda says, true. Do you think people who are judgmental and berate other people are blocked or just young souls? Why does somebody have a closed mind is what you're asking, right? When somebody has a closed mind, it's because sometimes they have not been humbled by life very much yet. When you've been kicked by the universe, your ego goes, you know what? This is not working. And you open. Because sometimes you think you know your life so well, but your life's not working out. If you're so smart, how come your life turns like crap? Why is your life not working if you know everything? It's like the pouty teenager, right? Once you get over pouting, you begin to mature because you realize you don't know, but you're willing to learn. When you don't know and you still act like you know, closed mind. The cup is right. The top is closed now. I don't know, but I'm willing to learn. That's why I love the process. You get everything that you need. Everything that you need, the universe will show you, but you gotta be willing to be open. But here's the catch. Be careful. Sometimes you're too open that you get lost. You're so open-minded that you get lost in ideology and politics. Be careful. Just gotta be real with y'all. Sometimes you can become so open-minded that you get lost. Radical. Because when you're radically open, it oftentimes becomes ungrounded. Right? You got all this energy, but you don't know how to contain it. So it's just wild energy everywhere. Which is what happens when you take psychedelics and plant medicine. But not always. Everything's so, it's technical. If it was easy, I would need to be so careful about everything that I'm saying, because I had to go through all of it. So everything that I'm saying to y'all, it comes from personal experience. And I made a commitment that I would not teach anyone until I found benefits in my practice. Everything that I'm telling my brothers and sisters, I practiced for years and I found amazing results. How about this? I practiced enough to where I was always emotional about how good life is. I just sat, in the past, there are some days, every day I woke up, I'm just like, I love my life. Every day, I'm just simmering in this joy of existence. And it's just infinite. But of course, there's responsibilities. In this human reality, you need an effing job. You can meditate too much. You can smoke too much ganja, of course. You can get lost on the spiritual path. Because why? A lot of people follow spiritual ego. What happens? Buy more crystal. Do ungrounded practices. Because why? Sometimes you're looking for validation, but it's called, I go to that Tantra class. Sometimes you're still attached to substance. You call it going to hang out with a shaman and doing some psilocybin for the 6th time this year. Wait. Say what? I gotta piss some people off with the truth, Because you know what? I know my people now. Spiritual community is my people. I'm not gonna shut up about it because it's how I have homies who are doing mushroom ceremonies with people and they're ungrounded, unhealed, and unbalanced. I have friends who identify as a shaman and they have toxic energy. And when I leave them quietly, they get really hurt. Because when I show up for people, I show up fiercely, but when I leave quietly. And when I don't show up to the events, they get very hurt. Because if I don't feel this, I'm leaving. Because that means they're leading with the ideology of a healer, but they're not doing the unconditional love work. And that's really hard to say because it's easy to just identify as this and that, but the love is missing. I can identify as happy, but not feel happiness. Many times we think that we're happy, but we don't feel the joy. Many people are in a relationship, but they don't feel love when they're alone. talk the talk and walk the walk, says Kimberly. Mega Ape on YouTube says, that's why they say when you get the message, put down the telephone. Hey, that's good. That's good. Okay, shout out. Okay, dropping the wisdom. Okay. Welcoming Mega Ape. It's like some people, how many card readings do you need? Till you realize you need to work on loving yourself and practicing meditation and gratitude, but they want to pay for a card reading, right? They want to pay for a past life regression. They want to pay for a tantra class. They know the daily work they don't want to do, but they'll throw money at stuff. And this is how it's easy to exploit people when you know they're vulnerable. And many people just see that as an opportunity to make money. Unfortunately. Right? If you need more support, I do readings $1 an hour, and I get it because people need to make money, and so we get in the way of God because why? The ego says, I can't just do unconditional. I need conditional. We need the energy exchange. But you never hear Jesus talk about energy exchange. Don't give me the gold coin for the healing. You don't have to put in my bowl. I'm just here to help. If you want to put in the bowl, great. They don't need to be exchanged. That art is being lost. You know why? Institutional presence. The need for establishment. Because the Buddha did not start Buddhism. And Jesus did not start Christianity. The people who could not grasp their knowledge and wisdom wanted to keep passing on the knowledge. So they created institution to pass something that needed to be from the heart. So instead they copy the word and pass it through text. But in that text, the feeling is missing because it's really hard to convey energy of love using your brain. But guess what? Some people get there. Some people don't. Because the original energy, it doesn't need the label. You don't need to use the word God. You can use the word love, joy, goodness, things that unite humanity, creates more beauty. It's kind of sad that even the idea of peace nowadays, it's controversial. Because people want to fight. Be the change you wish to see in the world. But nowadays, play the victim. Play the victim. If you keep playing the victim, how do we change? But saying that, it hurts some people's ideology, because if they stop being a victim, it breaks their ideology of victimhood, of they did it to me. When you take responsibility, you become your own savior. But you can be inspired by Buddha, Jesus. All the goodness can be inspiration. That's why all the knowledge is not mine, it's not yours. It's ancient knowledge passed down. We can pass the word of love around, but people don't feel the joy. It's through loving action, charity, helping people, and unconditionally help that inspires the world to do great things. Nina asks, how can we take a leap of faith to build something beautiful that is unconditional love? I never asked God how. Okay, I wouldn't say never. I used to ask how, but the universe never tell me how. You have to just do it. Learn as you go. Everything is a lesson. So the secret, the how, simply be in the present moment and pay attention to your life teaching you something. When negative things are happening, if you get emotional, you might miss the reason why that negative thing is happening. If you're looking for a fulfilling job, and where you're working is not fulfilled, and all you focus on is my job is not fulfilled, my job is not fulfilled. If you keep focusing on what you don't want, my unfulfilling job, when the heck is the fulfilling job coming? You have to be open. Okay, I'm not enjoying this. Maybe it's trying to teach you you deserve something better. But you have to be willing to find gratitude in what you got first. Some people, when their job is difficult, they quit and find a new one, and they miss the lesson to have compassion for your coworkers who have been damaged by their ancestors and generational trauma. And so we're just like, nah, my boss is an a-hole, my coworker is an a-hole, blah, 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 blah. But we forget compassion. We just flaunt the word compassion around and all these spiritual words around, but we don't practice these words that we use, which is why people don't like the words I speak sometimes, because it hurts. Because when I see BS, I call it out. That's why the energy in the stream is clean and clear. Because the people who don't want to do the work, they just talk spiritual very good. Oh, the master tells me, oh, they talk real good, they dress real good, but when it comes time to have compassion, to be patient, to understand that damaged people damage other people, and how to have boundary and to take action on saying no. When it comes time to say no, they instead say yes every time. Why? Because they're not a practitioner. We just buy crystals, buy spiritual clothing, chant Hare Krishna, Om Mani Padme Hum. We'll do that kind of practice, but we won't say no to our abusers. Or when we do decide to say no, we do it out of anger instead of you just know who you are. Talk to the hand. So pay attention, Sister Nina. The universe is always trying to guide you, and everything in life is a lesson. Maybe you're somebody who has anger. What is the universe trying to teach me with the anger that I feel? You have other options. Don't curse at the other drivers on the way back from the crystal store. Throw the crystals at them. I'm trying to bless you. Stargazer said, Dr. Yusu, he brought Reiki symbol down from the mountain, learning that giving the healing without exchange, the healing did not last. It broke his heart when he returned and found it regressed. It's so hard because many people, you know why? You make a lot of money. Reiki level 1, $50. Reiki level 2, $50. Reiki level 3, $50. And energy is so sensitive that the moment you make it conditional, God's like, well, you want to make it a human thing? We understand, do your thing, but we out. The archangel is like, God, you out? And the archangel follows the universe somewhere else. Because why? The moment you make it conditional, the energy changes. And it's really hard to teach. Why? Because everybody's doing it. $100 for Reiki level 2, $150 for Reiki level whatever, right? It's so lucrative. The Tantra class. Now I'm being extra because I'm trying to show you something. I'm trying to piss some people off. Because the truth is painful, but it will set you free. Because the spiritual people is my people. I see so much of this stuff. But I want to be graceful with the way I say it. Because if I'm not graceful, then people's feelings get hurt and they don't learn. But I gotta be a little spicy, a little like sassy to make a point. Or else you're just gonna be like, he just don't understand. I have children. Or he don't understand. I have a metaphysical shop. You don't understand. And that's okay. For those of you who can do unconditional love, your blessing. Like, look at how many instruments. I just learned the flute like 2 years ago. I played the little recorder, but then I stopped for many years. And then God's like, hey, check this out. When you do unconditional healing, you actually learn how to heal people instead of just act like a healer. I gotta say it because you know why? You're my people. I'm not here to BS with you. And I say that because I have a master who's healing hundreds of people for free. I didn't believe in it at first either. I didn't understand. But when you have a master healing cancer on a regular basis, you're just like, healing leukemia and autism with spiritual energy, you're like, what? Are these people are they faking? Did he pay you to say all this? 50 people report physical, emotional healing, and even more. It's kind of like mind-boggling. Like, is this the sci-fi channel? But then when you realize it's true, okay, why did God send me here? I saw one of those in Brazil where it worked, but then they turned it into the business. That's why it failed. The Brazilian thing, John of God. When you have too much money involved, the government steps in and be like, where's ours? So you have to learn to stay under the radar. The Brazil thing got too big. Because if you don't learn to stay humble, the devil always come. Look at Joel Osteen. But anyways, shout out to Joel Osteen. You know, it's working for some people. Stargazer says, people did not value what he gave them for free. His patients did not do the work on themselves. Healers help the person to heal themselves. Amen. Cosmic Carly says, I always felt a bit betrayed by Sadhguru because he charges so much for his practices. And really, it's just a collection of ancient knowledge he sells. Again, conditional love is not bad. It's just not pure. When the energy is not pure, it gets corrupted. Why? That's why it's not pure. Right? It's fine. It's not bad. Like when you charge people money for massage, it's great. It's fine. But imagine if you didn't charge, your relationship with the healing energy is more chi. Because you don't need anything back. So when you're pure energy, the archangel comes and hang out with you. Guan Yin surrounds the healing bed. The good thing about Brazil is that he did not charge us. But the people who brought tourism to Brazil did. Because there are tour guides that benefited from bringing people to Brazil. I know. Okay, that's the issue. Okay? Because I know people personally who are devoted to John of God. And what happened? People saw opportunity and got involved. Made it corrupted. But it's okay. Like, that teaches us something. You have to see the cause and effect. Because here's the thing. If you're doing amazing work, why would God not protect you? Because sometimes what you're doing you think is amazing work, but it's causing a lot of pain. You're causing a lot of corruption. No, my teacher's in Houston, Texas. But that's all I'll say, because, again, you got to keep things under the radar, because when people get too popular, if Jesus was alive, you don't want everybody to know. You want to keep it if Buddha was alive, you don't want everyone to know, because many people will come to abuse and beg. So when you know, right? Because if you have a good heart, you'll naturally find Jesus-like beings, Buddha-like beings. Because you know why? You got Jesus and Buddha in your heart. You got the ancestors in your heart. And you're looking to do the right thing. But many people, how can I charge $30 for a sound bath at the yoga studio? Let's take really positive looking photos with bright eyes. Come to our yoga studio, right? Because it's business. It's very popular. I get it. Make your money. Lavender King says, knowledge is power, and like all power, people want to keep it to themselves and use it for their own benefit. Cosmic Carly says, I loved his ashram, but there were so many valuable things I learned there. But I think of how many people could be helped if it was more accessible. Which is why the universe led me naturally to Insight Timer. Because my people is here. The people who are open, spiritual, who meditate, who aren't just looking to make money from people. Locally, there's so many people who are just there to create spiritual business, which is just business with the spiritual branding. And that's okay. But I'm just grateful I can keep everything pure and clear. And if people donate, great. People don't, great. Because I have a master who does that. So that's why I continue the lineage. Imagine that all... Remember Rick Simpson who healed people's cancer for free? Remember Rick Simpson? Rick Simpson Oil, RSO? He healed so many people for free. Grew his own cannabis oil and made it and healed people's cancer. He healed his own skin cancer with oil. They banned him. He's a threat to the system. Because when people are not sick, the hospitals are not filled. The chemo machine costs a lot. They need it to be filled all the time. But let's not go down this path. I don't want to piss people off. Anyways, reset. I'll be knowing too much. Welcoming Ryan Hall. Lavender King, I have not charged for decades. Again, follow what works for you. My blessing is that I'm grateful that God, Buddha, Jesus have led me to a path to keep it pure. And so my energy is like, thank you, Lavender King. Oh, thank you. Thank you for becoming a member, the first member. You're the first subscriber on YouTube. Appreciate that. Lavender King says, this is exactly why I don't charge for my art, my reading, so on, even just simply labor job, because I just love helping people. It's good. It's fine that we make money, but you just have to see, I have been taught to keep God's work pure. And if you want to make money, keep that separate from the spiritual work. The moment you mix it, it can become very confusing. Values, really difficult to uphold. And that's why they're called values, because when you get tested, because the devil will come to test you. And if you truly have faith, you'll notice, this is a test. Cosmic Carly says, I think we have to be able to share unconditional love just for the sake of wanting everyone to be happier and healthier and love themselves. As people find their joy, it helps to heal the world. Amen. When you're happy and your presence is joyful, people want to know about, like, why is this dude all happy all the time? How come they all look like really spiritual and meditating at the park and it's free? Free sound bath with 100 people going. What the heck is... And it's every Sunday? And you can do whatever you want. You can, right? Cosmic Carly says, I do love Insight Timer so much. I love things that are pure because because it's God. It's the universal presence when things are pure, but everything is God. But there are some things that restore faith and something that teach you to have faith. Yes, you can say a murderer is a God's children, but that murder inspires us to do the right thing. We're not going to look to be like that one. It's like, damn, I love you from a distance. Okay, while you stay in jail or whatever. But we have to speak the truth, brothers and sisters. What did the Buddha teach? 3 things you cannot hide for long: the moon, the sun, and the truth. The beautiful thing about being a pure and a good-hearted being, people want to tell you everything. Wherever I go, people just want to tell me stuff without me asking. Because you know why? Sometimes people have things on their heart and they need somebody to consult and trust. And when you're somebody that people trust, you end up knowing so much because you're good people. You're like a neighbor. You're a good neighbor. So brothers and sisters, be a good neighbor. Be a good person. Louis says, I know what you mean. Definitely paid $50 for a sound bath. It didn't bother me and I felt like I got a lot from it. But from the giving side, I totally understand what you mean about the purity of doing things gratis. And just because people spill their beans to me a lot. For free, okay. Stargazer says, I don't know what to do to make money. This is how I used to be in the past. I was very spiritual and devoted and unconditional loving and also broke. And the master asked, does God want you to be poor? A poor mystic and a mystic with money, who's more useful in society? But when you start making money, don't get lost in the money. But you need to make money. But before make money, have a relationship with love. The being broke thing doesn't end. What if I told you you are already rich? That's why people with a lot less money can be happy, because they can learn to be happy with every little thing they have. And nowadays we have so much and we're so ungrateful for so much that we have because we got too much. That's why when I pick up the flute, I'm grateful. Thank you for the teachers in the flute. I want to connect with everything. When I see people, I show gratitude the best I can. I bow to people because it humbles me. It reminds me to be humble. Especially animals. But animals sometimes easy to be grateful for. But the little things in life like our breath and our life, sometimes we forget that simply existing is so priceless. But of course, if we don't learn to be happy when our bank account is low, when our bank account grows, the money regulates our happiness. I can't be happy because my bank is low. When your money is up, I'm very happy. And sometimes just because your money is up doesn't mean things could happen that make your money low. And you go, my money is low now, I'm sad and depressed. My money is up. But when you lead with your heart, at least I got love. At least I have joy that's untouchable. You have to be real in this human reality. Why aren't you with Emily? Because I'm here. She's doing her thing, I'm doing my thing, you know? It teaches independence. We're a group, but God's inside. The universe is inside. Love is inside. Because I teach the group, love your damn self. If you can't live stream without me, then you might be missing the message. If you can't love your damn self independently, that's not loving your damn self. If you can't do sound bath without me, are you even sound bathing? Stargazer says, I meant I haven't charged for decades and I am still not charging. Just don't know what to do to make money. Here's the thing, brothers and sisters. Do whatever you need to do to make your life work. Why do I do Amazon delivery? Because doing that allows me to be doing this. Allows me on Sundays, I could show up at the park every Sunday. I work on God's time, not society's time. 9 to 5, 9 to 7, 10 to 8. But I also live frugal. Because I don't need much to make my life work. And when you don't need much to make your life work, it leaves room for humanitarian work where you help people. If you need a lot of money to maintain your life, and you don't learn to make room to serve, you might be living just to make money to make your life work, but you're not fulfilled. Because if you're just living to make your bubble work and you don't learn to help improve other people's lives too, you're missing this thing called service. Because this life thing isn't just about you. You have brothers and sisters. Family. Some people are... Did you hear about the CEO of YouTube? He recently overdosed. Sometimes we're busy becoming a CEO, but our son needs us. Sometimes we're busy at work, but our son and daughters need mentorship. Because if I'm busy working, I'll be, right? If I work a traditional job, I most likely will be too tired to be streaming for 5 hours with y'all. No time for Dharma. No time for playing the flutes. Just be tired, turn on the TV, eat nice food, have nice things, only to go back to a job that drains the hell out of you. But for some people, that is joy, and that's why they can do it. But for some people, it is hell. Some people that love, that's their life. Some people are happy with their bubble, it's fine. But when you work only thinking about you, you may miss the spiritual part. And when your animals pass away or die, you get really... When people pass away or when misfortune happens, why God? Because all you think about is your life and your success. But when you help others, you learn through helping people. You learn impermanence. you learn what suffering is like. Right? Because when you only work for you and your ego and mine and my family, when negative things happen, you're not prepared for it because you don't have the wisdom that you would have had if you learned to service, to help others, which is really hard to teach. Because why? Society goes, go to college, make money, have family, get married, buy car, get house, get bigger car, get property, buy some goats. Make sure you have a couple suits, blue suit, black suit, get some Gucci, a Louis, look like you have class, right? Make sure you got some loafers, you got some Jordans, you got some Adidas, some Yeezys. But not God, the universe, love. That's why many people, what happen? They be getting divorced. Why? They don't know how to fill their own cup. Welcoming everybody. Lavender King says, being broke ends when you realize you're rich already. This is why we slowly improve ourselves. Right? This stream, in the beginning, we did not have this. As you serve, the universe will tell you, hey, this is working out. You should invest a little bit more. Hey, these flute things, people love it and it's helping them heal. Invest in a little bit more flutes. These instruments are actually soothing people's pain and helping them find their self-love. You should invest in this. These cards, they help people. Sometimes you should use it, but when people start to abuse you, then you put it back. Some people, they really want to collaborate with you, but their energy, they're coming from conditional love. They do it because they get spotlight. They get seen, I am a healer in Houston, Texas. Come out. I also play at the yoga studio. Come check me out. Ryan Hall says, invest in your damn self and the rest will come. Amen. Like my whole outfit right now, the master gave to me, okay? The master. Okay. The master. Because why? When you serve, the universe wants to support. When you're unconditional love, you get mystical tools. Things people can't imagine. But this thing makes the tools work. Potion 90 says, Cosmic, I was reminded today that the universe gives me what I need. Hard lessons when I'm not doing the work, but plenty of grace and light when I am. I slacked on the work during the first part of 2024, but after recently recommitting to my practice, my life has been filled with opportunities and joy. Thank you again, as always, for your teachings and your love. I'm glad that your life is working out, and that's why we're here, to share with each other the truth, the painful truth, and the truth that heals. But we have to make time for it. So when we're live streaming, when we're having these long live streams, we're basically having a heart-opening talk that has depth, and you feel love and you feel joy. Because if you think about when we're spending time with people, we're not spending that long talking to them about deep stuff unless you have that one friend or whatever. But when we're having these Dharma talks, it's an extended amount of time where we feel together, we share knowledge together, we're vulnerable with each other. Because we know that the people that we're talking to, they give a crap. They care. They want to hear. They want to listen. And they also want to speak too. And I'm glad that it can be in the digital world because it's effective. You stay home. That it can be free. That it can be raw. It can be on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. That it can be on Insight Timer. That we can bring it to humanity instead of humanity needing to like go far to just go on an app. Oh, these people are actually dope. But it's a lot of sacrifice in your part. Because imagine how many people come to the stream and don't stay. But for those of you who take it seriously, thank you for doing your work. Because the people that are willing to do the work, they're the real ones. Because many people, like I said, you can buy, malas. I love the mala. Money ba mil, money ba mil, money ba, money ba mil, money ba mil, money ba mil. But they don't want to look at why they need people's validation to do the work. If the master's not there, some people don't do nothing. If the master is not around, some people, they just sit and be on their phone the whole damn time. But when the master comes, those people I learn from. It's like, because guess what? The universe is always watching. And if you're always on, the universe is always teaching, always guiding you. You just have to be present and available. And you don't even have to be perfect. That's the best part. Because I'm far from perfect. That's why I'm so grateful. You don't have to be perfect to make your life work. You just have to give a crap. You just have to try, people. And when you try, the universe goes, all right, give this dude some blessing. They've been trying. And eventually you get a break from life. You're like, I'm feeling good in my life today. I'm feeling good. Ain't no haters hating on me. I don't even need to drink alcohol. You start to enjoy the simple things in life. And then you go back to your old friends for whatever reason, and the universe goes, hey, are you sure you want to go out? They be smoking weed, drinking. There's other stuff. You know you don't want to go, but you go anyways. Why? Because you're following your head. Maybe there's cute girls there. You drink, you know. Hey, baby. What's your name? My name Tanet. Just joking, okay? play my singing bowls back at my crib. I got essential oils. The universe karmas, I saw that. Lavender King says, I try to stay as long as I can. Speaking of, I might leave soon. Okay, yeah, do your thing. Ryan Hall says, imagine not having to escape from life and being liberated because you put in the work. If you're unhealthy and you're still drinking lots of Diet Coke on an everyday basis, you know you shouldn't be drinking those damn Diet Cokes. It's hard for you to breathe, but you're still smoking cigarettes. You know you should not. That's why in the beginning, you have to fight hard to make your life work, because it's to change your paradigm, to shift your perspective, to shift your life. It requires you going all in. Just dive in and don't look back. When I first had the awakening and started feeling joy, I had to cut all of my friends. I stopped using Facebook for 3 whole years. And people were like confused, because I'm very active online in the past. I like to post, I like to say what's on my heart, and I don't know where God goes. Deactivate all your pages so that you can spend time with yourself. So for 3 years, I did not go online. And when I did get back online, what did I do? Twitch.tv. Because when I was being trained at the temple, but did you die? It's like, because sometimes when you have some knowledge that you believe can help people, you have to have the will to go share it. And before I found that will to share it, I had a money issue in the past also, brothers and sisters. When I was being trained by the master, I did not work. But I live stream, and the live stream made me $50 a month. All I needed was gas money to go to the temple 5 days a week. And I just ate canned beans and spinach to be able to be at the temple basically every day. In the beginning, I was 5 days a week, go to study with the master. But after being there for about 6 months, I ended up being there every day, and it lasted 2 years. And I drove to the temple for 2 years at 5 a.m. every day, because I'm like, I'm not trying to learn something from this guy, the master. I want to learn. What country were you in at the temple? United States of America. I know this is not a normal story. It's not so romantic. 12 years in Tibet. You know, it's not like that. It's like, I did not think I would have an amazing, loving, grounded spiritual master right here in Houston, Texas, out of all places. Like, what? Not even New Mexico? It's not even California. What? Houston, Texas. There's nothing down there. A dirty beach, Galveston. But when you bless, you just bless, right? Because God's like, why are you trying to go to California to look for God? God's in the moment. And I'm like, you're right. And eventually I asked the universe, hey, I've done everything that you told me. Okay? I sat in meditation, my mind's clear, everything's great. But I notice more. I think I need a teacher because I notice more, but I don't know. Show me a teacher. A year later, boom. Okay. And when I first went to the temple, I'm like, this is like Hogwarts. Dude, this is like Hogwarts. Dude, Dumbledore. Is that Dumbledore? This is like being with Dumbledore. But it's scary, you know? Because the master is very mysterious. But you know he's doing like amazing mystical stuff, but you don't understand it. So you're just kind of like, and the master can be very scary. And so you're just like always like on your toes. You're just, because he doesn't let you get too comfortable. So it makes you on your toes like all the time. What does your the back of my shirt is in Spanish. This is so modern day. This is the real one, that's why. Because most of the congregation is Latino, even though he's a Buddhist monk, most of his following is Latino. Because he's a real one. Now Asian people go, but there's more Latinos in Houston, Texas. Imagine that a Buddhist monk can help people who are Catholic. Well, the shirt is backwards. Like whenever I'm multi-streaming, so everything's like reversed. But I can temporarily flip it for you. Okay. I can temporarily flip it so you can read the Spanish. Just to show you I'm just trying to, do my part. Okay. Now I don't want to. The thing is, I'm keeping the master as down. Like, I'm not trying to tell everybody, but I can here because this is a safe space. I'm not like hyping people up to go to the temple. I'm just saying this is my personal experience and how you got to be grateful for your teacher. I'm very grateful for where I'm at. You got to be grateful for your teachers. I'm super, like, I mean, I have an altar here, okay? I guess I should show y'all my altar today. So this is my altar. Okay, it's kind of diagonal, okay? Because the wires will not reach. This is what it looks like in my heart. Okay, so we have Thich Nhat Hanh here. This is the master locally. You got Bob Marley, that's my grandmother and I. These are Thai monks that the practice of using this crystal orb to meditate. Okay, so this is why you see sometimes I show up with this crystal orb, because it's a meditation form that requires you visualizing, so that's part of the altar. The top is Amitabha Buddha. This is Guan Yin Bodhisattva. This is Medicine Buddha. Okay, this is Siddhigarbha Dietangvung, and this is a Tibetan Buddha, not exactly sure. And this is how I feel inside when I'm doing card readings and the works. This is what's hanging out on the side of the stream. So I've been thinking that I do have another camera that I could do a side view, so that when I'm talking you can, see it. So this is basically it. Chia. Yeah, it's not designed to move around. Did not expect to show it, but again, when God says you gotta do something, you just gotta do it. That's how my life works. If the universe and the Buddha said, "Hey, show it," there's no other option. It's pretty hardcore, but I think the lesson that I'm showing you, one of the things that when I first went to the master, I was not very humble. I was humble, but I didn't know how much more humble I could be. And what the master shows me is even deeper gratitude for everything. Imagine that in everything in your life, you can have a deeper connection with every single thing. And that it's so deep that it becomes your heart. So when you see me doing card readings and I'm yelling at people, literally it's coming through. There's nothing blocking it, because I give my heart, I give all my heart. That's why when the master says you have to give, when you do something, do all the way. Because when you do all the way, your heart, it starts to shine and God works through you. But when you need money to do it, it changes the energy. And this is why when I'm speaking like this, the energy that's in this community, in this stream, that's where it comes from. It's love. It's unconditional love. And it's really hard to teach because it's rare to find people who still practice it to the T. And that's why when I met the master, I'm like, it's like Buddha's alive. It's shocking, you know? But it's like, okay, why am I in this dude's life? He's trying to teach me something so that I can go share it with other brothers and sisters. It's about you doing your part. It's about you doing your part and continue. And here's what I learned from him. Do your part, but also improve. That's why this is improvement. This is improvement. My outfit's improvement. Everything's improvement because as you keep developing and growing, other people start to do the same thing naturally. When you're coming to the stream, you want to be here more, the ones that are staying. And when you're here, you want to listen deeper because it's interesting to you. When it's not interesting, you're like listening in and out and you're not really down, right? Because what we're doing in here is so deep and so precious. And it requires us, all of us, giving our all to reach this state of unconditional love and harmony. Because I can feel it in the stream. I feel your love by the way you type, by the way you open. And because when I feel your love, that's a sign I need to do even better. How can I do more? Like today, I didn't plan to show to show the altar, okay, or the shrine. But because there's a lot of love in the stream, there's a lot of people interested. God's like, show them what's on the side. Because you don't know the whole time, right? You've been watching this, but on the side, there's a full-on altar. And at the end of every stream, I'm just like in gratitude of my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my teachers, because I would not be here without all the teachings, without all the energy, the mantras, right? The lineage, right? And even Jesus, because I used to, and this is dope too. I mean, the Japanese stuff, I mean, I love Japanese stuff. I love the Japanese flute, Japanese tea, Japanese people, the Zen culture. You know, it's just so, that samurai culture is in the Zen and all that. And I realized it's working for me because it makes me want to show up and do it. Like, ooh. Because at the end of the day, this is for both you and I. See? One hand clapping. Here's the thing, I get money from live streaming on Insight Timer on Twitch, but my main job is doing Amazon deliveries. So when I get money from doing this thing, I reinvest it in what's making this work and it grows. And whenever you're into this, people want to give you flutes, okay? My friend's sister, Shirley, Reverend Shirley Knight. This flute like $300. It's too big for her. Like, well, since you're doing great work. Yes, the master accepts donations. This one's from Peru. My friend John went to Peru and bought like 6 flutes. He goes, if I knew they were good, I would have bought more. Okay. This flute is the longest flute I have. The most unique flute. Did I buy it? Hell no. And some blessings. This is a flute that I had for like over 5 years, but I never learned how to play it. My friend who's a drum circle leader, Kim Comer, gave it to me. I'm like in the beginning and then eventually like, wait a minute, I have this flute and sorry, kitty. So the whole point is that you don't know what blessings will come your way, but you just have to keep your faith alive. Because everything's gonna be alright. That's what I know. If you made it this far in life, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna make it. You're gonna find all. If you think you're gonna be lonely forever, love your damn self first, okay? Because when you love your damn self, your energy is good. It's not desperate. Desperate people do desperate things, says the master. And so you end up on Tinder. You do the hanky-panky, spank the manky. And then, no wonder why you don't find high quality, because you're looking at desperate people energy. When you love yourself, you naturally find quality people who love you for what's inside your heart. And that's so beautiful. Imagine that you've always had the answers within. You are born with the answer. That's why it's so emotional. Like, you've always had the answer. You've always been able to do it. You just didn't know. But when you find out, you're like, look, dude, sister, you got the power. But I don't believe I got the power. But you got the power. And then but it's because sometimes when you talk with language, you don't believe it. So you gotta. You got the power. You've got the power. You've got the power. Could you speak about the energy of donations? I want to do drum circles, but how to rent halls? Says who? We do a sound bath for free every Sunday. We ain't renting no hall. You just show up to where the space is available. Who really owns nature? There's so much nature to where there's gotta be some spaces that people ain't gonna mess with you. We've been at a private university park for 3 years. We got kicked out once during COVID because the group got too big, and that wasn't even the issue. The park has a spiritual place called this chapel, which is more artistic thing. It was their 50th anniversary. More people came to our meditation than the actual event, and that's why we got kicked out. Because people didn't want to go to that boring thing they're doing. They want sexy music. And so we became, like, the energy was conflicting. We left the park for about maybe 3 months. And eventually, we returned back. And now, every week, over 50, sometimes 100, sometimes 140, 160 when the weather's great. Just do it. You know, just do it. It's like Insight Timer decides they want to be free from the Apple BS. Stand up for what you believe. Don't be held back by the money. Just do your part. The universe will support somehow. But you don't expect anything from the universe. Some days when we do sound bath, there's no donation, but guess what? Who cares? We're not. If they donate, great. If they don't donate, because we're playing for God. We're playing to support love, support in peace, in joy. Because if you're doing it for money and when it don't come, why should we do this meditation at the park? People are so ungrateful. They don't even donate. It's so much effort. It takes 2 hours to 3 hours to set up, and people don't donate. Now you're doing the work with your head. But when you do the work with your heart, you feel peaceful. You spread the peace, the joy, your eyes, your tone of voice, the way you walk, the way you talk. You begin to actually blossom like a butterfly. The butterfly is not screaming at you, I'm beautiful, I'm pretty, look at me. It just lives its life in beauty, and you can too. The drum circle is louder than a sound bath. Yes, we use speakers. We literally, look, the park rules literally said no amplified sounds. We've been using amplified sound for over a year. Even the security guard, you know what the line is for us? We built like a 3 foot, we built a 9 foot Giza pyramid from copper, and that was the line. The security guard was fine with the amplified sound, but we couldn't build a copper pyramid. Just do it. If you want to create a drum circle, do until you get kicked out. Then I'll be like, respect. Now go to somewhere else and get kicked out over there too. Because when you do something and you have a following, people will show up wherever you go. If we get kicked out of the park, you think people are not going to follow? When one door closes, what happens? Another one opens. That's the master's teaching. It's facts. There's infinite places you can play. YouTube doesn't work. Where do I go? Twitch. Twitch not working out. Where do I go? I try Insight Timer. I can multi-stream. It's working out. Oh, there's also TikTok. They might be open to it. Doors are opening. But I never stop. And some people go, but it's hard. It's really difficult. I don't have the right camera. It's really difficult. I don't know how to live stream. What do I say? How do I make... Just do it. As you keep developing, you're like, ooh, lighting. Ooh. Oh, you want a sexier light? Drop the beat. Just kidding. Because if you're not about that life, you're going to make any reason to not be about that life. Don't expect things to be easy. Because as you do your work, you get to learn new skills and tools. You think it's natural just speaking in front of the camera? Hell no. You think it's natural for me to speak in this tone for 5 hours? You have to learn how to practice, to be grateful, to be dynamic, to learn to be yourself. It takes time. You think it was easy to learn to speak to strangers? Sometimes 160 people show up at the park and I don't know, I just know like 10 of them, maybe 20 max. The rest are new. But I'm not here for this. I'm here from my heart. And with this thing, it's going to rise above all anxiety, all your worries. I think the most amount of people I guided meditation was 800 people. And that was like guiding a meditation on Gandhi festival on stage. There was a Gandhi festival, and for whatever reason, I got an opportunity to lead a 800 person people meditation. It's 1,000 person, but 800 people show up. What did that teach me? I'm about that mother effing life. Because Because whenever it's difficult, you just gotta shine. There's no other. When you have been given an opportunity, give it the best you got. Now, has there been a time where I'm sloppy? Absolutely. In the beginning, sometimes when I'm guiding meditation, my mind goes blank, like, oh. You just have to keep going. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Because the more you practice, the more it becomes second nature. It becomes natural. And the more you try to plan too much, the more your anxiety. And then you're like, it's my turn? When they point at you, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna eat with somebody. I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. You just gotta shine, baby. Because it's your time. Whether outside in UK or well, if you have all the reasons to not start, I guess it just won't work out for you. It's just too hard, the drum circle in UK. That's what the devil would say. Nah, don't unite people through drum circle, man. It's difficult. The location, who's gonna come? How do you promote? Will the drum play? Right? Is it the synthetic? If it's humid, the drum, blah, 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 blah. Don't live stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's tiring. Doesn't even pay. Oh my God. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? You have 3 hours to talk to people? You have to plan it out. When I'm dry, today I have the new song, right? When I'm driving, God just send me music. Cause why? I become available. Right? When you come available, the universe, it talks to you. Cause you're paying attention, you wanna serve. The white misty clouds, turquoise in the sky, awaken the light of my soul. 3 little birds sings, wind in my face. Mother Earth heals my soul. Rise with gratitude, open the light in you, fly and spread your wings, mystic village sings. Ooh. Did I think about doing that? The heart goes, just do it. Don't bring your best all the time. That's why I just pick up. The universe goes, do this and that. But the moment you get, but how? How? That's why I never ask how. I just do it. And you can too, brothers and sisters. Do the best you can and keep going and never stop. Just 1% every day. Like the music. One step at a time. Bonnie says, hi, brother Tanet. I want to share. I still do not feel ready, but my heart said do it. I know I have been doing this with children already, so I know what to do, but I'm learning the breath helps to just relax and let it unfold. It's definitely not as perfect as you, but do the best you can. My group is a cool group of people, yeah. Just keep going. There's a reason why you have that role. We are where we're at because it's what we're able to handle from what we know. But where you're going, as you gain more knowledge, you can do more, but sometimes you don't believe. That's why you need to just do it. Take the action. Instead of watching people take action, you take the action. Instead of watching somebody cook, learn to cook. But I have to buy the ingredients. Maybe I can't find it because there's no Thailand market around here. The Asian market's really far. The price of food goes up. I don't think I can cook. I don't hang out with those kind of people. Let's just be real. Okay? People with limited mindset, if you hang out with them too much, it rubs off onto you. Now, if you have to be around them, you have to stand firm in your values, because if you don't stand firm in your values, they're going to drag you with them. No, don't go to the park and meditate. It's hot. It's cold. I'm hungry. Let's just show up late. Don't stay committed. And only a few people are truly committed and truly serious about making their life better, and they're few. That's why when you cut out all the people who aren't serious about their life, the rest of the people, it may be few, but they're the ones that you heal and grow with. But you gotta get rid of all the people who only hang out with you. Why? Because there's weed in the air. Because there's girls at the party, or there's cute girls and guys because they're showing up for cute girls and guys. Why? Because they don't love themselves. You want a drink? Oh yeah, we have mimosas. Why would I go to that party? They're not even drinking. Stay away from those people. It's 10 p.m. Let's go out. I'm trying to sleep. I gotta wake up and serve God. There's cute guys there. There's cute girls there. Dana says, negativity, victim-minded people, everything is hard on them, to them, yeah. And I used to be that person. This is why I stand firm, because I used to be very negative myself. I used to be just like late everywhere and don't care about my life, and I just want to, if I show up somewhere, there's better be some alcohol, better be some salmon sashimi. Are we eating something? We're just meditating. We're just showing up to talk. That's kind of boring. Are we playing a game? You have a PS3, 4, 5? Are we street racing? Are we going out doing something exciting? Are we watching a movie? No, we show up talking about how we can help improve each other's life. Ooh, because they think about like, ooh, I don't want to tell people my situation, because it's not good. But they want to hide that situation because it's tender. When they look at their situation in their life, it's not inspiring. Why would I want to talk with anybody about my life? It's kind of boring. Deep down, I feel kind of like a loser because I don't got much going on in my life. I'm not making much money yet. There's nothing to show. Now, let me just stay home. Don't go to that meditation stuff. My life's not good, right? Because when many people, we look at the bad and we think it defines us. But they don't know, people with no wisdom, they don't know they can redefine their life. You can redefine your mother effing life, people. For sure. I used to think, man, I'm probably gonna die early. I'm too stupid. I'm a failure. It's not gonna work out. But after I woke up, I'm like, oh my God, why was I always in my damn way? Why did I always doubt myself? I could just choose to believe in myself. What? All my life, I could have just believed in me. But I doubted. Why? That's my blessing. Because if I didn't go through that, I would not be here with y'all passionate about sharing this wisdom about helping people's life, because it's so dope. Helping people figure out their life is like, am I life coach Tanette? By the way, this session is $100. We've been together right now 2 hours, so you know what I'm saying? That's 200. You know what I'm saying? That's why people not doing good, because all the things that help people better is behind a. Join my Patreon page. If you want a card reading, I just give you a 1 card reading, and the rest, $50 for 30 minutes. If I like you, that's fine. $50 for an hour. Okay, $30 one for 30 minutes. Okay, just $20 I give you. Now you know why I be pissing a lot of spiritual people off, okay? Thank you for being here. Because if you're not about the truth, it's this all this stuff that I'm talking about is gonna annoy the hell out of you. This is why whenever I speak the truth, whenever you speak the truth firmly, it filters out all the BS mother effers out there, okay? It filters out all the people who are there to manipulate and use you. And so, if you're just upfront and vulnerable and straightforward all the time, like, oh, I can't use him, let me go somewhere else. This dude's about that free out, guys, one of those. I'm leaving. Oh. So this energy, the more you're vulnerable and the more you're honest, the more you're a straight shooter, but also, you just gotta be you. Like, even though I can be really straightforward, I know that sometimes you gotta bring out the graceful, feminine, loving energy. But when you're too love and light and, like, some people love that you're love and light and peaceful and calm. And that's why when they trust you and love you, you should give them the hammer of ignorance. Because you love them enough to tell them the truth that will crack their ego because they love you too much. When people really respect me and they're attached to me, I tell them the truth because they love me more than themselves. The lesson is love your damn self, but they become your fan. Be a fan of your inner heart. Be a fan of making your life work and helping others make their life work. Start with you. Fill your cup. Celebrate you. Dana says, getting that awareness right now, that is speaking to me. Thank you, Tanette. You're welcome. Cecilia says, they'd say, I'll give a reading to the ones that donated. That's TikTok. Now, in the past, I've done that before. Like, okay, since you're subscribed, I'll give you some priority. But as you do it, something doesn't feel right. Because when it's not pure, because at that time I was fighting with money, right? I need money, and then if I do this, it corrupts the work. And if you don't keep trying, doing your best to stay pure, you end up using marketing tactics to promote healing work that's unpure. That's so sad to say. You end up trying to market your healing techniques like it's a job. And the relationship, it becomes more like mentally like engaged. And because if you work from your heart, God will promote for you. Like, I have not been on Insight Timer very long, okay? Right now, I have 1,300 followers. Like, because whenever you're about that life and people resonate, they want to know more. They want to hear more. And in the past, I used to ask, do I need to write a book and be like, Panache Desai, Dr. Wayne Dyer? Do I need to follow that? Do I need to be like a renowned author too? There's a path for everybody. That path may be for you. Or am I meant to be like follow the John of God? Or am I an indigo children? Or am I gonna follow this shamanic healing with mushrooms? Or am I gonna be following the Buddhist path? It becomes an issue when you got too many paths to walk. Now you completely distracted. Am I gonna follow the Hindu mantras, the Buddhist mantras? Right? As long as you're not doing it to get followers. Well, I mean, followers naturally come as you do good work. And if you don't do good work, they're not gonna follow anyways. Because the main part is, how can I help more people? That's what I think. How can I reach more people with, like, imagine this. I'm thinking about with what I'm doing in this moment. How can I do this with more people so people can gain wisdom so that they don't fall in the traps of life? So that they don't get trapped in looking for external love. I just want people to gain wisdom so that their life works out. Because when people are happy, the world becomes a better place. Because I know what it's like to be absolutely miserable and needing girls to be happy. That's my past. So now we have 1 more hour on Insight Timer. I'm going to end the stream on Insight Timer and I will start another one. Thank you. Chia. See you soon if you want to continue chilling. Trishat says, good doctors drive patients away. Doesn't try to collect them. Welcoming Charlie. Oh my god, you're fabulous. So happy to be here. Hey, thank you for everybody hanging out. It's good to grow your community because when more people gain information, when more people gain wisdom, they go into the world and they spread wisdom and joy. That is extremely exciting for me. That when you're happy, you go and teach others naturally. That when you love yourself, you naturally teach others how to love themselves because your energy, some people want your energy, but people with wisdom teach people to love their damn selves. And I'm speaking in the past, I needed girls to love me so bad. I needed the validation, the attention. Love me, say that you love me. It's in the music. Love me like you do. Love me like you do. Touch. Oh. The music isn't helping either, right? The music, it teaches you need somebody to be happy. Since we're... Thank you, Brain Squeeze. Thank you for hanging out. Wes said 4 hours ago, your live yesterday made my day today better. Today feel better. Or that site that sells fans only. Oh, they only sell fans there. What kind of fans? What is tarot? Tarot is this. But today we didn't need to do tarot because I didn't feel we need it. Or the universe didn't tell me to pull out the cards, even though they're sitting here, 3 decks. I had a good reading yesterday. You're welcome. Thank you, Sister Samantha. Yeah. I just give it my all the best I can. And you just gotta surrender to your calling. As you do more of your purpose, you get better at it. When I first become a server at restaurants, I was an okay server. But whenever I pushed myself to be the best, I got Employee of the Month. They wanted to keep me there. They wanted me to be a bartender. They wanted me to be a manager. They want to move you. Because when you are excellent, whenever you are amazing, people want to invest in you. But when you're not, why would they? You're not outstanding. But of course, it's up to you. Are you willing to give it your all the time? Most of the time. Whatever you feel you can do, start there. I thought it was crazy that we could be mindfully living our life, like every moment, turning everything into meditation. I thought, that's impossible. But as I practice more and more, naturally, in everything that I do, I become more present with it. Now, it's not perfect because we're not here to, unless you are a Zen master who needs to teach their students how to be. Because when you live your life, you're not here to be like laser Zen, okay? You type practice everything. Live your damn life. I used to type practice everything, which means I was really super get to the damn point and help people. Pick up the flute and play it, okay? Of course, don't be sloppy, but don't be like taking forever. That's what the master taught me. Because I didn't know, because why? You're here to use your life. You're not here to float around like a ghost. And I definitely did that for a couple years. Float around like a ghost, practicing meditation. Welcoming Allison, Jeff, Samantha, Ryan Hall is here, Shally is here. I'm breathing so zen right now. I could just show up on the live stream and we're just gonna meditate silently. Which I did that for about a year. Okay, I literally just showed up, meditate. For an hour. So that's why we have 2 hours of music, or an hour 45 minutes of music. That's why we have a time when we do meditate. And then a time where we have the deep conversation. And a time where we have graceful conversation. When you make the experience dynamic, it keeps brothers and sisters interested in the Dharma, the teachings. When the music is unexpected, the mind stays inspired. It stays beginner's mind. Wow, that's new. Wow, it's always new stuff. But if every Sunday, oh Father, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in You gotta change it up sometimes to keep things fresh. You don't want a stale energy. When the energy is stale, The kids don't want to go to church. They want to play Fortnite, Roblox. They want to play Call of Duty mobile. They don't want to go to church, the temple. They got video game. That's more dopamine. But when they go and they feel energy and dynamic energy, it inspires the whole family to come. At the park, when we do sound bath every Sunday, some people bring their whole 3-4 generations. The baby's there, the parents there, the grandma's there, and you got the grandchildren there. Because some people, they're quick with that family stuff. You know what I mean? 4 generations. This is why the world is becoming a bit more spiritual, because spiritual is just about unconditional love that doesn't need religion, but it respects religion. There are some spiritual people who really had a bad time with their religion. Oftentimes I hear it's Pentecostal and Catholicism for whatever reason. I have a lot of friends who come from that background and has been damaged because maybe they don't feel accepted, because not every mode matches everybody. I grew up Theravada Buddhism. But then when it doesn't work out, we begin to seek other things to help us grasp a sense of reality. I naturally went to street racing. When my life didn't work out, I went to video games, went out street racing with my Honda Civic SI and a fart can. Because that was my community. It was where I feel I could be myself, and it was interesting. That's why people go to the bar. That's why people go to concerts. You feel community. Shally says, I was raised Mormon. This is why I love realizing that God is in everything. The universal presence of love is in all things. But it's not what the ego thinks. How can it be when my son has passed away, my cat passed away? How can God be in that misfortune? Where did your child come from before your child became your child? Where did your life come from before you became Lisa, Ann, Charlie, and Jeff? When you pass away, where does Jeff go? No one really knows. But our ego we don't want to hear that. You don't understand what I'm going through. Because some people, when it's not your time to wake up, you cannot force it onto people. It was not time for me to wake up. The amount of people that wanted to pray for me, is Jesus Christ your Lord and Savior? I'm like, is there something wrong with me that you need to pray for me? More people wanted to pray for me. My mom wanted me to go to the temple. Because when you force love, you make people feel something's wrong with them. When you force people, Stargazer says Catholicism punished with guilt and shame. Well, not all Catholics are created equal. Not all Christians are created equal. Not all Buddhists. It's all labels. There are loving people with open hearts and mind, and there are people who are closed-minded with their ideology. There are people who are Satanists with a pure loving heart. And there are Satanists who are like, damn, golly, you be like, you know, right? But people don't want to hear this. You know why? You have to be humble enough to see both sides. But nowadays, people don't want to see both sides. My side and your side. We don't even want to look at what they're doing at all. It's like, no. Why? Because we just want to look at the title of something and make a judgment. Because why? People don't want to look at the truth. They don't want to investigate. They don't want to see. They don't want to go deeper. When they feel pain in their body, they don't want to investigate. What could that be? Nah, let me just ignore my feelings. Let me just ignore reality. Amitafu. Charlie says, God gave us the gift of free will. This has positive and negative reactions. However, it is still a gift, and because of it, he does not intervene, says Charlie. I agree with that. This is why I love the creativity of the universe, because some people need God to be a he. Some people need God to be a he. But God is beyond the word God, beyond the word and labels. That's why in the Buddhism, they don't even talk the word God. But you know what they'll do? Be with the presence without talking about it. Stargazer says, you mentioned people damaged from Catholicism. From many. Some people were Baptists. I'm Buddhist. I was raised Buddhist, but I became spiritual and practiced Buddhism, but not religiously. I have the altar, but all of this reminds me of the now. To be a good person, to practice being a good person. When I bow, looking at the Buddhas and Jesus, I'm not bowing to the statue. I'm bowing to the holy place within. and I breathe. And wherever I go, the holy place is not the altar, it's not the temple, it's not the church. It's the holy space within the body temple, the body church, the body shrine, the body altar. That's why I can include Bob Marley on my altar, because you know why? Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is gonna be alright. And you breathe, and you smile, and you bloom. That's the exciting part. When you breathe and you bloom, it's such a beautiful feeling. Because when you connect to your heart for real, it's radiant. And when you meet other heart people, it's such a blessing to like meet heart-based people. And then you meet the masters where they're heart-based, but they're more action-based from the heart. That's another level. You'll meet heart-based people, but when you meet heart-based people who are action-based, you can be love and light in your values and how you carry yourself. But you don't take action. Being here with you takes action. Sitting here, learning the flutes, practicing, speaking from the heart, knowing when to sing, when to stop. The more you take action, the more you refine the process, you refine the diamond that you are. For the diamond to shine, you gotta polish the angles, the ridges. And you have to see what gift that God give you. Everybody has some gift that's natural to you. One of my most deepest gift that I found earlier on is the gift of instant trust. For whatever reason, people just trust me pretty much off the bat. And they end up telling me everything almost from the beginning, and I was like, I didn't notice that until I started paying attention that when I talk to people, they just want to tell me more. It's almost like I want to listen, but I didn't realize that's a gift. Where people just want to open up to you more. And it led me toward realizing because people open up to you, you can help heal them. So, brothers and sisters, you got something like that too. You just have to pay attention and see the dots. It's like there's a bunch of stars in the sky, but some dots are brighter because they're in the same constellation or whatever. You are like a constellation in the sky, and you're looking for the dots, and you got to pay attention because there's like so many stars. But by paying attention, you see your stars. But you gotta pay attention because there's so much to do. Am I gonna be a singer? Am I gonna be a teacher? Am I gonna be an athlete? Am I gonna be a doctor, lawyer? Just pay attention. And you will figure it out, brothers and sisters. How are we feeling? 30 minutes left. Who's been with me for the past 4.5 hours? Golly. No one. It's difficult to be on for that long. I've been with you for the past 3 days. Golly. I'm waiting on the free crystals at the end. Veggie Patty Baby says she's been here. Hey, shout out to sister. Turn on a Dime is here. I think we should do some music. Who's waiting for some music? This is a good time to stop the recording here. It's a good time to stop the I'm gonna stop the YouTube and restart it with the music title, okay? So if you enjoy, just stay with it.